Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm GrooveSim, and back with another video. It's not been a steady stream of content like I had envisioned, because I have a lot of content on backlog. But this is actually not this week's dailies. This is from last week's dailies, as of this recording. In fact, the week following is almost over, so. Yeah, it's quite a ways behind. So this is race B at Saint-Croix, however you pronounce it, in the Group 4s, and I'm in the most people are in the Nissan GTR for this one, and I'm starting on pole. This is my first race back, and I'm starting on pole. It's very good, but I'm not in race shape, you know. As you'll see, this is the full race. I'm not skipping any parts, and I did intend to go back and go into the replay and clip some replay bits from that and splice them into this video, but I just want to simplify things, so keeping it simple, keeping it real. So a 221.4, and this guy in second's the only other person in the 221s. That's significant. And I'm thinking, if I can do 221s, right? Say mid 221s, high 221s, maybe low 222s consistently, I should be okay. I don't quite hit that mark, as you'll see. I'm not gonna spoil it, but here we go, getting ready, getting set. And I'll shut up and let you hear the start. Okay, so okay start. Already have over a second on second place, and that's pretty much ideal for my first race back. I should point out this was recorded on July 29th. This race. And my last race was like the first week in May or something. I don't remember. It was first or second week in May. In the so-called dailies. I call them weeklies, but semantics. I actually work it up to over 2 seconds. The gap. And it's a rather promising start, but right there is after crossing the bridge and negotiating all the turns leading up to the bridge, I kind of messed up right there, and I started losing a little time, but then I gained it back, and a little slow through there, but it's not too bad. This is just first lap. This is only a 3-lap race, which, disappointed a lot of people, I guess. There was only 3 laps, race B. Probably felt it should be 4 or 5 laps at least, but that's fine. I mean, it's three. I like this track. I like the combo, and it was a fun track to race. It's fast, a lot of fast turns and transitions in on this track. The layout is pretty decent. These are Group 4s, so they tend to understeer a bit more, you know. And that could be a bit of a problem, as you'll see. You know, and then of course there's a snap oversteer. And the fact is, these are racing hards, so you know, not the best, not the greatest grip in the world. Um, so the the back end does tend to slide around a little bit, you know, on occasion. Like through this section here, leading up to the bridge. This is a tricky one. And I started to realize I needed to start wider than I was. I was starting this way too narrow. And that was not a good turn, though. Not a good section. So, second place is gaining a bit. It's not too bad. It's not like a great gain, you know. It's not a, that wasn't a total screw up. That's still to come. So this turn here, I usually get through here, at least in qualifying, I was getting through consistently. And there I had to, I was really slow through that turn. This is a tricky turn, too. I mean, they're tricky turns. You really got to be sharp going through these turns. That was okay. That wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. But really, I need to be, you know, 127s. I'm like 2 seconds off my pace here. And I was really concerned with that. Like, and I was a little too tense, you know, in this race. Really, just probably the first 4 races back, I was really tense, and I started 3 of those 4 races on the pole. It's my first race back. It's on the pole, and I'm BS and very close to A, and I'd like to get there soon. I didn't race any daily races this week though, and it's too bad too, because it looked like some good races. I was kind of sick, and you know, I set some times, you know, and also set a lap challenge time as well, which is at Monza in the, oh God, the Nissan, is it a Nissan? Man, that's pretty bad. Nissan, the touring car. The night, what is it? 93. Oh my God, that's so bad. Anyway, let's pretend I didn't just make a fool of myself. And watch this turn coming up. You see the gap. It's not bad. All I gotta do is get through this clean. And I start inside, but then you saw me kick out, and I really had to get out of the throttle there, you know, in order to keep from just smashing the freaking barricade. And so this guy behind me is now closing rapidly. And so watch this turn. This is a quick turn. I enjoy this turn. It flows really nice. You got to start wide and then cut across the apex. And that's what I was doing. And I get broadsided. You know, he should have been in the picture, is the way I look at it. I invited trouble just by my poor driving. And I had over a 2-second gap built to this guy. And I should have been extending that. Instead, I put myself in harm's way, and I'm not even blaming him, you know. Um, and here he goes wide. But unfortunately, his start finish line is right here, and that would have been kind of sweet if I could have gotten back by him. But for my first race back, it wasn't the greatest race by me. It was really poor. My pace was so slow, man. I think I got in the 203s once. I mean, that's really, really, really slow. I got 204s, you know. Man, it's just, you know, I wanted to do better, but, you know, okay, you know what, a second. I think I got a clean race here as well. I'll take it, you know. I'll take that. The boys in the garage, they're happy, you know. See the confetti flying. Nice. So the next race, yeah, the next race, well, I botched that transition up. I broke. Anyway, yeah, next race I'm on the pole again. But this is actually my fourth race. 3 of the first 4 races at this track, all at this track, same, you know, same race, race B, Group 4. I raced the Nissan every race. I was on pole except for the third race. I started in second, and I got punted by 2 Argentinians who were working in sync. They didn't just punt me off; they punted a couple others off ahead of me, and I said, "You know what? No," and I quit. So yeah, that doesn't help my DR, but this is the next race after that rage quit, and starting on pole again, same time, 221.4. I tried to improve it, you know. I'm the only one in the 221, so I'm thinking, all right, Tom. Okay, you're warmed up. You're getting back in the groove. Just do what you do, man. Hit 222s consistent, and you'll pull away. I have no doubt. But, well, you'll see. It's an interesting twist. I mean, the spoiler it sort of gives it away, doesn't it, in the transition title? But anyway, starting first, bunch of GTRs. There are some other vehicles in the race. Honestly, if I would have known about the Alfa Romeo, this guy's driving it, that Alfa Romeo T1, whatever. It's a 93. You know that. Oh, man. Once I did start racing it, the following week, while racing it, setting times with it, I realized how good it really is at this time. I would have probably switched to that, and I think I would have been better off. I think once you get a handle on that Alfa Romeo, the Group 4 Alfa Romeo I'm speaking of, on that T1, it's a good car. It really is. But here we are, once again. I have Monero behind me. Monero was in just about every race I was in here. And this time, he's in second. I think he improved his time slightly. And he started right behind me, I believe. But you know, I don't have a good start. You see this? You hear the squealing. The tires are sliding. I just kept screwing this turn up, and in qualifying, I hit it consistently. Uh, I was trying to figure out a good technique to get through here at the best possible pace I could. And that right there is a skip, a frame skip. That's inherent with the PlayStation 4 software, recording software. It's yeah, it does those little frame skips. I don't know what I could do to solve that, but yeah, that wasn't me, skipping ahead or anything. That was just, yeah, the recording software. Anyway, yeah, I'm thinking, okay, this is what I get. This was like a theme for me during these races. Like, I kept telling myself, okay, man, just get on it. You know what you're capable of. Just 222s consistently, and you'll pull away, right? And man, I can't. It's just a small preview screen, so I really can't tell what the gap is, unfortunately. There's no way to expand the viewing area as I'm recording this. So I'm recording my voice post edit, and adding it on. I lowered the game volume in the editor. Just so you can, make sure, just so I can make sure. This is a great freaking take here, man. My commentary is superb. Just so I could make sure that you could hear my voice, and maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe I should have just made the game volume louder and shut the fuck up. Anyway, so I did. Oh, see, I was starting to build up a gap there, and then I hit that barrier, and I brought Monero right back into picture, and I'm taking a defensive line. He's on the outside, and right here. We're going to exchange the lead. I believe that's here. Yeah. And Monero goes in front. But I'm getting back on it, and I know the only reason he's there is because I just kept screwing up. I know if I just stop screwing up, and I got the pace, I can get back around him, and I can win this race. So this is the final turn, heading onto the start-finish straight. There's that frame skip again. And 225 is an absolutely awful lap. And that was the second lap. That's more a time you get like on the first lap, That was so slow. Although 229 is what we got on the first lap. Anyway, so yeah, there are a couple of places I'm thinking I can possibly. This is unintended. He got through there poorly, but this is not a good place to be. Outside here, car on the inside tends to wash out anyway, so I backed out. Actually, he did bump me, not intentionally. It's kind of a byproduct of those turns and that section. So I back out and chase him back down. And I need to get through here clean for once. And it was okay. I mean, it was better than he got through it. And here's that other. I mean, several tricky turns. You gotta nail them just right. And this one here, you don't want to screw this up because there's a long straight, and it will just kill your momentum. And if you have anyone behind you, you know they're more than likely gonna run you down. You see, there's a big frame skip, but I couldn't get by him. So this is my other opportunity. Set him up here, and go by. There you go. And we're at the end of the lap, so I'm thinking, well, there aren't too many turns I can screw up from here on out, so I should be able to secure this win. But I can get it wrong, horribly wrong here by hitting that wall. I actually extended my lead a little bit, and come home. God, again, a 224. That's like so slow. But it's a win, and I'll take a win each and every day. It was a good race with Nero. I gotta say, he raced me clean. It was good. So we were in some really close close proximity battles there. You know, a couple of times. You know, I attacked him at turn one, but then I started understeering, and I had to like let out, and I backed out and just got behind him. But we were side by side, staying off each other, and there were some other moments like that in our battle, and I really appreciated, you know, how he raced me. Even if he would have won, I still would have appreciated and let him know. I really respect and appreciate clean racers. Um, and that was a fun. It turned out to be a fun and exciting race. It could have gone either way, right? Obviously, I drove poorly, and I put myself at risk again. That was the theme here at St. Croix. Now I'm going to be uploading some races from Daily A that week, which was at the streets of Willow Springs. No DR, no SR. That stuff was disabled. Um, and those were some fun races. It turned out that was really fun racing. And I'm not a Willow Springs fan, but this was a good, fun race. I wish I would have devoted more time to it. I'm just really happy I got the win. And that's going to conclude the video. Y'all stay groovy. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.